Okay, here I am playing a high DP character, specifically a 10 DP character being full power Jiren. Just look at his intro. Why is he walking so slowly? Like, what is this? Why is he walking in slow-mo? Going up against Beerus, S1. It's my first time ever, well, not my first time ever, but like yesterday was my first time really using 10 DP characters seriously, and they are very different from like low DP characters. Like, I use a lot of visual cues when I try to do my rush chains, and I can't really see what I'm doing when I'm using high DP characters. Well, these gameplays were later when I kind of adapted to playing high DP characters, so I'm going to show some videos of me later. I'm going to make a different upload of me struggling to adapt, and I lose a good amount of games because 10 DP characters are just like very just overwhelming for me. A lot going on, especially when I'm going up against another 10 DP. Well, Beerus is more of a slow 10 DP character. He's not one of those crazy rush chain 10 hit combos type of 10 DP characters. Here he is. He has the lead on me. And this kind of sucks because higher DP characters, specifically people like Jiren, MUI Goku, Gogeta, they're easier to super counter because there's just more opportunities to super counter, and their hits are so fast you could probably just mash and get them. And yeah, my Vanish wars just haven't been working for me, so it sucks because if I get super countered, I'll be forced into a Vanish war, and I just can't win my Vanish wars anymore. I do think it is a glitch. I noticed that when I press a direction, and when I initially press a direction on my first Vanish, that's when I could finally get into Vanish wars. And you can see that was a really close game. These games against Beerus were pretty intense, so that's why I'm showing these. The title will be talking about my win streak with 10 DP characters. This was not part of my win streak. I just wanted to show these games because they were really intense. But you can see I'm kind of getting used to the rush chains. Jiren's rush chains are not the best, and his ki blasts are not great either. So Jiren is a fun character, but I don't think he's a very great 10 DP character. That's just my opinion. Don't get offended by it. If you like Jiren as a 10 DP character, then keep playing him. You should be happy that I say he's not that great. That way there's less full power Jirens. And then you feel special because there's not many people playing Jiren. Oh, this match I'm kind of destroying this Beerus, because I kind of got used to Jiren's rush chains. Got used to looking at the visual cues. But yeah, the reason why Jiren is not that great from afar is because his charged ki blast is like one of those shotgun ki blasts, which is great if you're going up against someone who's just holding perception. Because if you do like a fully charged shotgun ki blast, that's like 4k damage. And then that'll quickly make them stop holding perception if you hit them with like 3 of those. But the risk is that they could deflect it back at you. So you gotta be careful doing that. But it's also pretty frustrating because sometimes it'll just go directly over them. So the accuracy of a charged ki blast in close range could be quite hit or miss. I do like full power Jiren because you guys know I love explosive wave, so that's why I chose full power Jiren to be the one I grind. I did play a few Gogeta games, but SSJ4 Gogeta specifically, but I only did that to make a character spotlight. I know I said I was going to make the character spotlight today, and I know I said I was going to make the Wild Sense video yesterday, but I've just been so behind in my upload schedule. Just know that those videos are coming. A combo guide will be coming as well. There's going to be a patch update tomorrow, so hopefully there won't be any massive updates to the combo system. I'm going to be waiting for that to be finished patching, and then I'll make my guides, because I'm just waiting to see if they make any major changes. You never know, they might make major changes. because previously there were a lot of glitches they didn't even mention in the previous patch notes, and then they patched them out. So yeah, there was a tweet saying that they're gonna fix the problems in DP battle, and they might fix the other problems like combo dropping. What else is there? Combo dropping. I don't even know. But look at this last part. Hit him with the perception. I read out his revenge counter. Yep. Was able. You could see me sigh because that was stressful. But here's the start of my win streak. Going up against another Jiren. He's starting in base form. A lot of people do that with these characters, these higher DP characters who could transform. Because if you transform, you get a full key gauge, so it works as like a full power charge. Although you don't get access immediately to the extreme overpoweredness of a 10 DP character. So I don't know, I probably wouldn't start in base form, not in singles at least. Probably do that for DP, not singles, because in DP you could get health regen from switching your character in and out. And the health regen isn't as strong anymore, but being able to regen some health is better than none. And that's how you could take advantage of the switch mechanic for transformations. Okay, this guy's really spamming side steps on me, but I'm catching him. Caught him with a sonic sway there. And he didn't transform that match. He should have. He would have gained a bar of health. And I guess that's the downside of trying to transform in singles, is that you do start with less health. I think it's better to start with more health. That way you don't get put in some weird situation. Oh, should I use my skill to save myself, or should I use my transformation to give me more health? Yeah, you can see I'm starting to get used to Jiren's rush chains. And I was able to challenge the Vanish for. I think it's because I have to press a direction as I'm press the Vanish button. I do think it's a little buggy. It's because I'm not timing it any differently. I've tried every single type of timing. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's just your timing is off." I don't think so. I think it's a hit or miss situation. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep talking about it every single video. And I'm gonna keep talking about it because it's such a major thing in the game. It's like, I don't know. You try winning your games without challenging any Vanish wars. It's so difficult. Oh my god, it's so hectic. I could barely, I don't even know what's going on as I'm watching this myself. Just a battle of the two jacked men. You can see I'm pressing a direction and pressing the Vanish button, and it's allowing me to vanish after that. Maybe it's an issue with classic controls. I know there are some bugs with classic controls right now. And some people are reporting to me that they're also having trouble getting the second Vanish off. So let me know if you're having that trouble, and let me know what control scheme you're using, if you're using standard or classic. It might be a classic control thing, or it might be a skill issue, who knows. Okay, he's transforming. Jiren's transformation is so awkward. He just like freaking goes constipated and loses his shirt somehow. A lot of these full power transformations like Jiren, Bojack, they're quite awkward. It would be nice if they showed, this sounds weird, this sounds really sus, if it showed their clothes ripping off of them. Because in the Bojack movie, that's how it works. When you power it up, his like shirt rips. It like literally explodes off of him. You remember when Trunks, there was one scene with Trunks, I think it was against Broly, where he powers up and his jean jacket just rips, and that's a sick power up. But in this game, they just power up and their shirt just disappears. So no Diddy, it would be nice if if they animated their shirts ripping off instead of just it disappearing. I don't know. It's quite awkward when that happens. But you can see how much damage that charged Ki Blast just did. Insane. And you can just hold it until you see that they're open. But I win those first three matches. Here I am going up against Inni. Okay, let's see. I went up against Inni many times. A lower DP character. I think I faced him when he was using SSJ for Gogeta, and I was using SSJ for Gogeta as well. And he beat me a few times. Oh my god, look at that charged Ki Blast, 3k damage. Using a high DP character on lower DP characters kind of feels like very unfair. Like when I would rematch people, I felt like I was feeding off of them. So I guess that's probably why some people don't rematch me when I'm using like a character like SSJ to adult Gohan, because they maybe they're honorable folk and they just feel bad for using a 10 DP character and don't deem it a fair fight. So they're just saving me the stress and hassle and don't rematch me. Maybe that's it. Or maybe they're dodging me. Okay, I respect it. Yeah, Inni goes for the rematch. What? And he just gets a grab off on me. Yeah, I feel like half the time when I'm playing these high DP characters who have like really fast rush attacks, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing buttons and then hope I hit them. If I hit them, that's going to be like at least 2 bars of health down taking away from my opponent. It's pretty funny. And the thing with these higher DP characters that have 4 health bars, that means they get to build 1 extra skill point, because for every health bar you lose, you gain an extra skill point. Not to mention that since you have more health, you're going to be surviving for longer. That means they just, in general, build more skill points than the average character. And that's why these high DP characters could almost always, get an instant spark off. Oh gosh. Super after super. Not to mention they have high defense. So they could just survive. Here's Inni, he has the health lead on me. This is not good for me. But since I'm a 10 DP character, I could definitely come back from this. Hit him with the perception. He uses a revenge counter. Go for my finishing move. I use instant spark. Jiren gets super armor and instant sparking, which is insane. Yeah, high DP characters being meta and DP now is going to be pretty scary. Risky if he vanishes this. Okay. I thought he had way more health than that. Like, I was happy that 10 DP characters weren't that meta previously, because like, if you make one mistake against one of these 10 DP characters, it's almost game over. It sucks. So that's why it was good that the switching mechanic was so strong. I'm guessing maybe the devs made the switch mechanic really strong to counter these kinds of characters, where if they land 1 or 2 combos on like a character like Videl, they're dead. Is he like a viewer or something? But now that the health regen mechanic has been nerfed pretty badly, let's get started, buddy. High DP characters are now pretty meta. They could keep up. Especially since you don't have to like plan how you should use your resources around the switching mechanic. Now you can just spend it all because the switch mechanic does not make up the ground for that. You can just see. Like, look at this. I barely even did any combos to this guy. Oh, what the hell? And he's almost dead already. I'm gonna do it to him. I'm guessing this guy is a viewer of mine, because in the beginning he was like circling around and like messing about. That usually means that they're friendly, I guess. They're trying to have a friendly match. They're acknowledging me in some form.
I tried it.
And his name is pretty outlandish. Funny name, crazy name. That rush super just tickled me. Even an explosive wave from Jiren does a lot of damage.
One super counter, please.
And I just hit his super with a perception. A lot of people don't know that you could perception supers. You just need 2 skill points. That's how you deflect the beam supers, and that's how you could dodge rush super. So if you have 2 skill points, you're pretty safe to hold perception. What a lot of people do to punish perception is they just use a super. But if you have 2 skill points, you could continue holding perception. I do think it's crazy how rush supers, it only takes away half the cost of ki if it doesn't hit. I don't know why that's a feature. I believe in BT3, if you broke someone's guard, it's gonna take away all the ki. And I believe that's how it should be. You can see how I countered Wild Sense there. If you have a Gut Punch perception, it's pretty easy. You just bait them to hit your perception, the Gut Punch will trigger Wild Sense at it, and it causes Wild Sense to be vanishable. I think if you trigger Wild Sense like normally with a normal rush attack, it's not vanishable. I don't think you could super counter it either. It's a hit you have to eat. You just look at this.
Oh, I'ma just do it again. Whatever.
Like I don't even have to take the match that seriously. I could just. If you're not using a 10 DP character against a 10 DP character, you are at a massive disadvantage. But GG to Birder's Cum Jar.
Okay.
Here's Amber. He's a viewer of mine as well.
I respect the pick. You know I used to play a lot of King Cold.
And again, here's Jiren's slow walk, act like I'm in an edit intro.
Yes. King Cold must be eliminated. Okay.
I hate how combos just don't connect sometimes. This happens a lot with Z-burst dashing. It happens a lot in general with any dash attack. Like I did a short dash attack, and it knocked him back a little bit, and I tried to connect my combo, but it's like there's a wall in front of me, and this happens like maybe 30 to 40% of times, and it just I don't know, it makes so many options more risky. Like Z-burst dashing is already risky in and of itself, but when you finally do land an attack and then your combo just doesn't connect, it's so frustrating. And there's already not enough open up tools in this game. Like the open up tools, it pales in comparison to how many defensive tools we have. And that's why so many people got upset over Z-burst dashing costing 2 key bars, because it takes away our open up tool. And we really need an open up tool with how many defensive tools we have. But I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying in general that's why it was such a not a well received change.
That's why it felt a little weird. It felt very off.
But here we are zoning each other out. Jiren could easily be zoned out because his charge ki blast is so bad. Here I am just spamming sidesteps, trying to see how he reacts to it.
Spam sidestep like a silly goose.
You couldn't do that before the update because you could get caught by ki blasts very easily when you're sidestepping. And you can still get caught by ki blasts, it's just that now you need more ki because your initial ki blast probably won't hit them. But if you spam ki blast in close range, you will catch someone sidestepping. And that's just really important. So that's one of the adaptations I've made recently to this new patch, is that when I go to engage, I try to make sure I have at least 2 bars of ki, so I could spam my ki blasts and get them to stop holding perception. And also get them to stop sidestepping. And then once I hit them with my ki blast, I could combo them. I feel like they also made ki blast more clunky, You used to be able to do one ki blast and then do a combo pretty quickly afterwards. There was a cooldown rate, but now it feels like they increased the cooldown rate by a lot. You have to hit about like maybe 3 to 5 ki blasts for your combo to connect after using a ki blast. Using a singular ki blast isn't very viable anymore, and that was a pretty big tech I used to talk about, was using singular ki blasts to open up your opponent. Now there's still some viability in using singular ki blast. It's good to use it to make a slow approach, like how I'm doing here, right? If you want to just slowly and menacingly approach your opponent, it's best to just throw one ki blast at a time. And then when you're in their face, you want to spam ki blasts to stop them from holding perception and sidestepping. But you could see how much damage my charged ki blast did there. If you hit someone with a low sweep or a gut punch and you just hit them with a charged ki blast, that's like guaranteed damage that can't be super countered. They could vanish your low sweep or gut punch, but you know. Yep, I hit him with the perception against his revenge counter. Now that is one change that I do not like. I really do not like. Even to this day, like I will complain about it all day. It just doesn't make sense that you make the counter to revenge counter cost half as much, but have twice as many benefits. Basically making perceptioning a revenge counter. Like there's no reason why you shouldn't perception a revenge counter. Because if you do, you get guaranteed damage. You can't do anything about the knockback from a revenge counter. I mean, not from a revenge counter, from perceptioning a revenge counter. You can't do anything about that damage. You gain a ki bar off of it, and it only costs 1 skill point. Whereas you do get those benefits off a revenge counter, but it could be blocked, thereby taking away those benefits, and it costs 2 skill points, and you're unsafe afterwards. So it's just like, why? Why would they nerf revenge countering? Revenge countering was such a bad counter and very situational. I don't want to say it was bad, but it's extremely situational. Okay, I'm just going like it only had a few uses, and now the devs made it like, okay, we're gonna make it almost completely useless unless your opponent has 0 skill points.
He's a viewer of mine. I recognize that name.
It's like they wanted to make knockback chains a massive thing. Like knockback chains are extremely annoying now, in my opinion. And that's what makes high DP characters even scarier, because all a high DP character has to do is gain ki advantage over you. If you hit them or they hit you and one of you gets a super counter off, if they have ki advantage over you, they could win the Vanish War and therefore get a ton of damage off of you, because a lot of these 10 DP characters have like 4 to 5 knockback chains. It's insane. And then that's a guaranteed 10k damage to you. And then once they hit you with a lightning strike attack, they could just set you up for another knockback chain, and then that's easy 20k damage. Along with their normal attacks doing a ton of damage. So yeah, 10 DP characters are just insane. They are insane. You can see I don't even really have to like do anything here. I just turn my brain off, just slowly approach him, try to spam him with charged ki blast. I don't even really need to combo him, especially since he's not using a 10 DP character himself. So I'm more proud of myself for reaching Z rank with a freaking SSJ2 Gohan, because I had to deal with all of these 10 DP characters. I don't know how they lost to me with all of these advantages that a 10 DP character has. To be fair, SSJ2 Gohan is a 7 DP character, so he could hold up. But that doesn't mean that he's not at a disadvantage. He's still at a massive disadvantage to these 10 DP characters. Nice super counter by Visigoth. He transforms to a grade 8 baby, which is probably not the best transformation, because you're going up against a 10 DP character. He's going to, like, you need mobility against characters like this. You want to be able to zone out 10 DP characters. Take a shot every time I say 10 DP character. Okay, not much to see here. I'm just putting the moves on him since he's a giant and he can't really do much. Like, my defense is so high that even giants don't do much damage to me. And we traded there, that was funny. I tried to knock him down and then he used the explosive wave and we traded hits there. And I hit him with the unblockable ultimate. That was GG to him.
A little lag probably messed him up.
Nice Vanish. Nice super counter by me. Yeah, I'm timing it no different than I was before. All I'm doing now is pressing a direction as I vanish. So, yeah. And someone told me that in my comments that, he noticed he's able to get some of his Vanish Wars when he presses a direction. And, I do think it's maybe bugged because there's no way. I don't know. I refuse to believe that during my grind to Z rank with Gohan that I maybe got into like 100 different Vanish Wars and I was only able to challenge maybe like 5 of them. I refuse to believe I'm that bad at challenging Vanish Wars.
Z rank. And yeah, he got disconnected at the very last second and didn't get his points. So I feel bad for him.
Maybe I am that bad, I don't know. Like I said in a previous video, I was able to challenge Vanish Wars when the patch first came out, but I was playing DP battles. Maybe this is a problem with singles battle. I also noticed when I play player match, my Vanish Wars are a lot more on point. This might be an issue with ranked singles
Kid Buu does a decent amount of damage.
Classic controls. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I've talked about it enough. But here I am going against Daijobu. He was part of my video. He was in the last stretch of my grind to Z rank with SSJ2 Gohan. I won one game and then he won one game and then he got disconnected from me when he won and didn't get his points. And then he commented saying his internet shit the bed and then he didn't get his points and I felt so bad afterwards. He did a reverse rage quit on me. And I remember when that happened, I was so confused. And now I feel bad again because I'm just using a high DP character against his Kid Buu, who's already very squishy. But Kid Buu's rush chains are very confusing. Like, I'm having trouble vanishing that. Nice block by him. He is closing the distance. Kid Buu does feel like he hits pretty damn hard. But he also gets hit pretty hard himself. Okay, nice. He doesn't challenge my Vanish War. I get hit with the low sweep again.
Oh, I just wasted it.
Okay, he has the lead on me now. This is not good. I would feel great shame if I lose with a 10 DP character against someone who's at severe disadvantage against me. But it happens, it happens. Low sweep, he gets a super counter on me. I try to follow up with a lightning strike attack. He vanishes it, which is nice. Oh, that was also part of the patch notes, is that they acknowledge that lightning strike attack doesn't come out sometimes. And I noticed that sometimes I'll be mashing my freaking B button, or if you're on PlayStation, my circle button to follow up with a lightning strike attack, and it just doesn't come out. I'm just sitting there doing nothing. I'm confused. Where the hell is my lightning strike attack?
Got him.
Like, if I knew it wouldn't come out, I would just take the opportunity to charge Ki. Instead, I'm just standing there doing nothing. Yeah, I'm going to do a character spotlight on Jiren soon. I already have all the gameplay recorded for that. That's where I'm going to include my battles against the higher DP characters, which I did not do very well against. Full power Jiren is pretty good because he does start with 3 key bars, so that's massive. I'm not sure how much his base form starts, but you should start with his base form if you're playing DP battle. But like I said, my overall opinion on Jiren is that he is okay. He's your 10 DP character, does a lot of damage. Of course, you could do well with him. There's no excuse to why, if you land a hit, there's no excuse to why you couldn't dish out tons of damage. But just in general, his rust chains are not the greatest. He doesn't have great open up tools because his flying kicks, technically flying punches because he uses his fists, is on the 3rd rust chain, not that great. So his open up close up game is not the best. And yeah, his range game isn't great either because his charged ki blast is one of those close range ki blasts. I guess he could be good if you're going up against someone who's just freaking mindlessly spamming perception, because if they do, you can just spam those ki blasts on him and get 10k damage easy. It's pretty funny because I've went up against people who spam perception and all I did was use those ki blasts on them.
Even fight now.
But probably won't work against higher rank people because they'll immediately recognize what you're doing and start deflecting them. And if you get deflected and it hits you, that's 4k damage to you. So there's massive risk reward to using Jiren's charged ki blast. Oh, not to mention that freaking standard controls have a option select. So if they're holding perception, they're probably mashing guard as well, and therefore they could deflect your ki blast even when they're holding perception. I just thought of that. But that's probably why I'm able to open so many people up with spamming my ki blast, because they're spamming their block button and then they start deflecting, and then I can open them up when they're deflecting. You can see I use cover to set up my instant spark. That used to be one of my favorite things to do in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 against my brothers. I would just get behind something and set something up.
This is so dumb.
That happened a lot in the Italian Grand Finals for the online qualifiers, and I love that. That was so funny to watch. It's not even just funny, like it's legitimately like a good play, but it's funny. It's funny to me.
I have to just eat this.
But yeah, here's Visigoth again. I won the first match. He switched to Vegito Blue. If you go back, you could see that there was a maintenance notice for 3 a.m. So this is quite late at night, and my search features are pretty strict. Because I put my match finish rate at very high. I have 5-bar connection only. I put same language because I really do not want to deal with lag. So that's why I see a lot of this. And it's very late at night on a weekday. So that's why I see a lot of the same players. And I try to do the same thing again. I use that little pillar to get cover, and I set up instant spark. Force him to Z-burst dash at me. And I'm able to punish his Z-burst dash. As you can see, I'm having fun doing that stupid bull crap. Hit him with another ultimate. This is pretty toxic of me.
Does kill? It does kill.
I'm doing this to a viewer.
Oh my gosh, and I'm like kind of cheesing him out with the instant spark here.
Yeah, you can hear me acknowledge it. But this is just a 10 DP character. Once I see I have access to instant spark, why wouldn't I use it, you know? 10 DP characters could just build up those skill points because their defense is so high. And as you get damaged, you build more skill points. And like I said earlier, that extra health bar means an extra free skill point. So then 10 DP characters, unless you force them to spam their skills, they're going to get instant sparking off on you. And that's just, along with their stats, oh my gosh, that's just crazy. And them being meta and DP now is like, oh man. That's... Once I start playing DP again after this update, when they fix the glitches, maybe I'll D-rank a ton. Or fall in the leaderboards a lot because I'm not the type to use high DP characters. But then again, I don't do a bad job of dealing with them. Like, I got to Z rank with SSJ2 Gohan for a reason, because I know how to deal with them to some extent. I definitely had a way better time fighting against low DP characters. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. I know a lot of people hated fighting like Rickhoom, Videl, Master Roshi, or whatever. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with that. Like, it was fun using the weaker characters and just throwing hands all day. Here I am putting an MUI Goku in the blender. Finally bumped into another 10 DP character. And yeah, this is the thing with high DP characters. You just, like, the amount, like, I'm just knocking him back constantly, okay? How many times was that? Okay, he clashes with me. That was probably like 4 knockbacks. I just kept using lightning strike attack and resetting that. Like, if someone's really good, they could keep doing that over and over and over. I'm not the best at doing that, but, you know, it's happened to me. And then to get out of that loop, you kind of have to just vanish the lightning strike attack.
Oh my god.
And if they have key advantage over you, they could just keep doing it over and over. If they're good with their Vanish Wars, it's not a problem. It's a loop you're going to have to eat.
Okay. I didn't have to bait out his wild son.
And that loop existed before the patch. It's just that people depended on the Zebra Stash loop a little more. Slow-mo walk.
5. This is gonna be, unless he's smurfing, this might be bullying right here.
Yeah, I don't know why the matchmaking system is pairing me with a B5 rank. He's freshly out of C rank and they're pairing me up. I'm a Z rank, like, I should not be paired up with someone this low of a rank. And that sounds cocky, but like, you know, I don't want to ruin his experience because, I don't know, he's probably going to be like, oh, damn, what's with these sweaty players? Oh, Sparking Zero is a sweat fest. I just want to have fun.
Oh my gosh.
But he's not doing bad. He just put me in the blender there and closed the health gap distance. Okay, he transforms. I'm not sure if he gains health from this transformation. Let's find out. He does not gain health. But with this new patch, it's it rewards the casual players a lot more because you just sit back and charge and therefore spam your supers.
Oh my gosh, it is so laggy. What?
And that hits me. I don't know how that hit me. Did you see how it got behind me?
It's just crazy how he has the health lead here.
Yeah, he has the health lead on me because he keeps spamming supers. So that's how this patch really benefited the more casual player. And that's not a bad thing, you know, but I do think they made it a little too easy because whatever benefits the casual player benefits the sweaty player as well. And there are a lot of sweaty players who do not do anything but spam supers now because it's so viable to spam supers. There are ways to benefit both,
I'm sorry, I'm
right?
not going for the rematch. I probably don't gain any points from this.
Yeah, I refuse to rematch him because that was really laggy. Here I am going up against Ini again. This time he's using Omen Goku. He's catching me with the side steps. Yeah, I'm a little sloppy. I feel like my gameplay is like 10 times sloppier with these high DP characters. It's just so hectic using them, it's insane. Yeah, you can see I'm just pressing buttons until I hit him. Nice super counter. He doesn't challenge the Vanish War. Yep, just press buttons until I hit him. Oh my gosh. I feel like I became a worse player after playing Jiren. He tried to hit me with a super there. He uses a revenge counter. I don't know if that was a good idea. And I just mashed my way to a victory. Yeah, it sucks that I think Omen Goku, just MUI Goku and Omen Goku start with one key bar. So that's the downside of Omen Goku and MUI Goku. He uses another super on me. Super Perception's my low sweep. Oh, you're going to see when I upload my character spotlight for Jiren, you're going to see the people I went up against. I went up against Z rank MUI Gokus. Like, MUI Goku is severely overpowered. Like, I knew he was really strong, but like those Z rankers taught me how strong MUI Goku is. Like, it's just silly. You don't even have to touch it. You just let the freaking character play for you. Because like once he uses Wild Sense, and if you try to punish it, you can just let go of your controller and you won't be able to get punished. Like, he'll just auto dodge your attacks. You cannot punish MUI Goku with regular attacks. So the character inherently changes your playstyle. Okay. I don't know what I could do. Maybe I could have went for a grab to try to punish the Wild Sense.
Got to transform.
But yeah.
Okay.
You'll see tomorrow. I think I'm going to do my Jiren character spotlight tomorrow. Or maybe I'll do my Gogeta character spotlight tomorrow. I'm not sure. If you get this far in the video, let me know which one I should do first. And my combo just doesn't connect there.
I'm just mashing.
Fortunately, I'm still able to combo him. The auto dodge is crazy.
I'm literally just mashing as hard as I can. I'm just pressing buttons until I hit him. This is how you play high DP characters. You press buttons until you hit them.
And as you can see here, I am on a 23 game win streak with Jiren, and all I'm doing is freaking mashing my buttons until I hit him. And I can't challenge Vanish Wars. Well, I said I'm not going to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. I lost the Vanish War there, let's say that. Little super counter by me. Vanish backwards. I see him holding Perception.
Okay, that's dumb. That's dumb as well.
He gets a Sonic Sway off on me. He uses his buff move that's also like a full power charge. That's probably why Eni is playing Omen Goku instead of MUI. But he could have just transformed and gained a full key gauge that way. I don't know. He gets a super counter off on me. He breaks my guard with that super. Yep, I read the low sweep. Open him up. He gets a revenge counter and then a super counter on me. He gets a super perception off. This is really hectic. He gets a perception off on me. He backs away. He opens me up.
I can't see anything.
And his perception gets me. And he transforms and yep, he gets a super off on me.
Yep. Okay, I lost my win streak. That's the end of the video.
Yeah, I went on like a 23 game win streak there. That was pretty silly. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Have a good night, you guys.